Hello and good morning, people. Sorry it has been a while since I have gotten a video out. Life has been hectic. Got the full-time job, which is actually more of a career. So that's been keeping me kind of away from YouTube to the point where I really haven't even been following PoliceTube or Fraudy or anybody else for that matter. So I'm not really keeping up with things, but I do have some things to put out there. Obviously, I have a treasure trove of information, including a lot of us asked the question, did Jeremy own his bikes outright or his vehicles? And I could tell you for a fact that the BMW motorcycles that he had, he financed. And we're talking, I guess BMW will finance any one of their vehicles, no matter the date or the year, make and model of it. Might just be a BMW financials type thing. So we're going to take a look at a couple of those, obviously, and go through. The first one I have up here on the screen that we're going to go through. Take note of the account holder, Special Services. MS Special Services, obviously blanking that out for specific reasons. But this one was from 9/11/18. So on September 11th, 2018, he had paid off this bicycle, 2009 BMW R1200 RTP. Quite interesting bike. It's the one like I believe the LAPD uses when they use BMWs. And a common theme here is going to be these are not all the same. You're going to see another statement and another statement, another statement. These are different bikes. I covered up the VIN for obvious security reasons, along with taking out his name, covering up some other information. This was a happy day for him because this was a day that he paid off his balance on his one bike. Actually, the company owned this 2009 BMW R1200. Finally, because he had paid it off. He had financed it through BMW services, which I guess he was able to do through the company. But as we'll see on the next one here, you're going to see something a little different. I don't know. Maybe he was tapped out with the company. You're going to see a common theme here. And you're just going to see, you're not going to see MS Special Services. You're going to see a individual's name. Jeremy. Yeah. Different bike, different VIN. 2009, sticking with the 2009 BMW R1200 RTP. This one he still owes $3,159.25. He paid $550.75, so there's no payment due. Actually, let me see here. So he paid 10-4. So he paid ahead, so he wouldn't have to pay. But the current charges are $155.75. And this is around the same time frame. So it looks like he kind of got these. That was from 10-4. This is from 9:30. They are two different bikes, obviously, because you can see the difference. Let's just do that right there as well. I may have missed that. But anyway, so this is a second bike, one that he has not paid off yet as of 2018. It is 2022. Has he probably paid the $3,000? I would have to hope that he had paid off the $3,000. When you're paying, I believe, $134 a month or whatever. This one's $155.75. You're taking it out for a long time. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. But they're letting him finance these old crappy 2009 bikes, and it's 2018. I mean, it's almost a decade old, and he's still able to finance. Here's another one. This one was from. Let's see, maturity's 1/4/2023, so that's when he's going to pay it off. This one's not even paid off yet. 7/14/2018. He owed $23.69. So let's see here. So he, the principal plus the interest, he owed $550.75. So he's paying $550 a month for that bike. As I read this, and it is under his personal name, probably for insurance reasons. Excuse me, for insurance scam reasons, that he is not putting this under the account of Metro State, because obviously once you get the title, I don't know, insurance probably checks into this shit, or maybe they don't. Maybe that's why Jeremy got away with it for such a long time. Interesting. But this is a third BMW 2009. He likes the 2009 model, as we'll see here. This one is from 730 as well. Actually, let's see here. So this is from 730. So we're not looking at the same ones. So check with me here. So he paying off this bike, and then it looks like he has paid off yet another bike on 730, another 2009 BMW R1200 RTB. It's going under a Metro State Special Services. Did I? Yes, I did. I'm like, wait a minute. Did I get the account number? I did. Account numbers are all different as well. Just to let you guys know. So that is 4 separate accounts. And another thing that we're going to go over. So we've seen 4 different bikes that he has financed through BMW Services, BMW Financial Services. So they are all financed for some of the bikes. These are not, he did not buy cheap, well, he might have bought cheap auction shit, but he was able to get it financed through BMW. So I don't know where he found these bikes from. It'd be good digging material for somebody to dig into, to see the history, if this was sold at auction. I guess if anybody wants to get a hold of me, do a little bit of digging on a VIN number, or I guess I could do it myself, just see where he bought these from. It would be interesting to see where he got these from, but he was able to obtain credit to buy these through BMW Financial Services because they are BMWs. So apparently, if it's under 10 years old, you could probably buy it. I don't know. Or you could finance it, anything over 10 years. BMW might be different though, because BMW might say, hey, we produce reliable cars, we'll finance it. It's a bicycle. It's only going to be $7,500. We're going to make money off this guy because he's an idiot and he has poor credit. And I'm going to show you why he has poor credit, because we're going to go into one of his credit card statements from Avant. This is the less than stellar credit card, as I've Googled Avant. So this is when you have a crappy credit, you get one of these cards. This is like a rebuilder type credit, where he has a credit limit of a whopping $1,000. So let's see. He didn't use this one that much through October and November of 2018. I don't know if he was on probation then. But he was at a store in Fayetteville, North Carolina, on 11/8/2018. So if anybody knew if he was on probation at that time, he has a credit charge from a scan on 11/8. He's gone to Surf Style on Miami Beach. 4 points, doing business as the Sheridan, or Sharat, or I thought it was Sheridan. But yeah, that is a hotel, the 4 points, I believe, doing business as the Sheridan. But it's $13.63. Drinks at the bar, maybe, who knows. He made a payment of $53.80, and that's when you see the North Carolina charge, and then he paid that right off. So he has no balance. So he's trying to rebuild his credit here, as you can see, as of 2018. So he is, he's stretched pretty thin. We've seen his wallet bursting full of credit cards. And that is because each one probably only has like around $500 or $1,000 limit, credit limit. I'm surprised that he hasn't maxed this one out yet. Who knows? But yeah, so his bikes were financed through BMW Services. If anybody wants to do any digging, on the VIN number to see where and when these were purchased. Would be interesting. Maybe I'll do it myself. Maybe that'll be in the next video. I hope to see you guys and talk to you guys soon. I have missed my viewers. I have missed my haters. I missed everybody out there. It's been a busy and hectic time, so bear with me as I try and get some videos out there during some free time. Today's a little bit later day at work because I have meetings later in the day, West Coast time meetings. So I'm going in a little bit later this morning. So I was able to put this together for you guys just to show you that Jeremy did not get his, well, he still may have gotten his shitty bikes from auction, but he went to BMW Financial Services and was able to obtain credit. Beforehand, I don't know how auctions work. I thought auctions were cash in hand, but maybe BMW said, all right, we will give you X amount. Here's a check. And then Jeremy went to auction and was able to buy a BMW. I'm not sure. Or if he bought it straight from a BMW dealership and then put everything on it, which is probably more likely. These were probably old, crappy, shitty bikes sitting in the back, getting ready to go to auction. And Jeremy's like, perfect, I'll take them. And then he rigged them all out because, as we'll see in some future videos, there are a lot of files to go through here that we got. So we're not going to go through a whole ton of those right now. I just wanted to get this out there because I know a lot of people had questioned whether Jeremy just purchased very cheap vehicles, which he did, but he did actually get financing for some of the bikes. So that answers the question. Did Jeremy actually own all the vehicles? No. BMW Financial Services did. And if you look at the maturity, 5/30/23 on that one, it matures. So that's when that one will be paid off if he makes all the payments. But it looks like that was the final payment on this one, was that. So he did pay it off early. The other one was 1/4. That was actually, so that might actually have been the same VIN on that one, and 5/30. So very interesting stuff that Jeremy is financing some of his BMW bikes through BMW Financial, and there you have it. And he has less than stellar credit, because if you have to go as low as Avant and what's that other one? I have Capital One cards, but there's another one that plays off Capital One. That's for the bottom of the bucket. I'm not making fun of anybody that has poor credit either. Anybody can make a mistake or fall in hard times and get bad credit. It is Credit One. Sort of like Capital One. Anybody could fall on hard times. Jeremy continuously falls on hard times, but he makes up with it through insurance fraud and stuff like that. I did get a chance to watch a video yesterday. I believe it was, oh man, I don't want to give the credit to the wrong person. So let me just look it up on my phone real quick here to see who it was actually through. Let me go to library and see. Where are we at? So it was Friday that put up the 2-hour video. I have not got done watching it, but the $20,000 to $40,000 robbery, was this put up yesterday? When was this put up? I don't want to give him credit for something he did 10 months ago. Well, I'm going to give him credit anyway. He has a decent character. No, it was put up 15 hours ago, so I literally saw this as it came out. So Friday, you did a great job of obtaining that video. It was very interesting, and it delves into the way that Jeremy's mind works. I'm sure his Ring doorbell wasn't working at that time. He had no camera set up. They stole the baby mod. They stole every camera that possible, and he doesn't have any receipts, even though everybody buys everything off Amazon these days. Apparently, Jeremy just pays cash for everything through secondhand people. If he's not able to prove that he owns all these Xboxes and PlayStations. I did not hear him mention a Rolex watch. Maybe I did, because I know he did make a huge stink that he had a Rolex watch when he really didn't. But he's got the Fossil watches. He's got the. I'm surprised he doesn't have a smartwatch. Maybe does. Who knows? But he didn't claim that. I'm surprised that he didn't say, "Yeah, I can't find my cell phone either," as he's recording the police as they're doing their robbery investigation, entertaining Jeremy pretty much going through, because as the video goes on, you could tell that the police start to become a little more suspicious, because in order for a job like this to be done, it's like Ocean's 13 style. You would need like 7-8 people to move that amount of stuff out of the house quickly without any neighbors or witnesses being seen. You're going to go trampling through the back with all this stuff all the way out through the front. You're going to conveniently close all the doors when you leave. All the dogs are going to be fine. So there's a lot of cues in that video where Jeremy kind of screws up. But he did a good job of trashing his house to the point where it appeared trash, but it wasn't trashed. There was no drawers ripped out. There was nothing tipped over. Mattresses. A lot of people hide stuff under their mattresses. A lot of people hide cash in the freezer. So that's where hence the cold hard cash comes from. But there was none of that. But it was just funny that Jeremy was just able to rattle off. He's just like, Alex and Annie. And that sounded familiar for one reason. So let's bring this over here for a second. So let's go to Alex and Annie jewelry here, because that was a big one. He's just like, oh, yeah, they stole all these Alex and Annie jewelry. Bracelets, anklets, accents, necklaces. You name it, they start it. Styles starting at $10. But since Jeremy owned it, it is going to go for one hell of a lot more. Of course, let's hope that this doesn't freeze on us. I have had that problem in the past where the screen has frozen. So we're going to wait on it. If it doesn't come up, it doesn't come up. I'll talk to you guys while we're waiting on it, see if it does come up. Built a powerful machine, just still working the bugs out of it. Upgraded everything, so everything is top of the line. But obviously, when you build a computer and you're putting components together, you're gonna have some quirks. So you just gotta go through and nail those out, which I obviously haven't had time to do yet. Yeah, because this is probably gonna. But anyway, you saw Styles starting at $10. Alex and Annie jewelry is not that expensive. Oh, here we go. All right, so we're in business. So we're gonna get to see some prices here. So yeah, so no, I don't want any of that stuff. So yeah, you're looking at $30 for a bracelet, $34, $60. But Jeremy's going to claim that they're thousands of dollars. Look at that one, $29. Unbelievable, $29. So that was the first thing that came to his mind, jewelry wise. When you have Kay's, you have Jared, you have Kay's, Jared. There's a lot of diamond companies out there in larger chain jewelry places that he could have mentioned, but he mentioned Alex and Annie, which just so happened to be a cheap place to get jewelry compared to, say, Kay's Jewelers or Jared, the diamond company, where everything is like, you get a bracelet's going to cost you at least $1,500 to $2,000. So Jeremy probably is just like, oh my God, yes, Alex and Annie. It's starting at $21. Jeremy, come on, get real. So as soon as he said Alex and Annie, they sold thousands of dollars worth of jewelry. If that was the case, she would have had to have owned crates of Alex and Annie jewelry to come anywhere close to probably half, like $20,000 worth of jewelry from Alex and Annie. That is an entire Alex and Annie store is probably stock in their store. Is probably $20,000 worth of goods. I'm guessing in any one of their small stores, that if they have any. I'm not sure if they do or if they're just sold at stores. I don't know if they have any independent brick and mortar stores. But as you can see here, it would take a lot of bracelets and other jewelry to really add up to $40,000. There's a $94 one, so we are kind of getting a little more steep. But as you look here, Slick Style starting at $21 for a necklace. And if you're gonna steal this stuff, nobody's gonna give you any money for it because. All right, let's go to this one. You think it's real gold? Finishes shiny gold, but it is not gold. I could assure you that. I looked into it yesterday after he had said it was Alex and Annie. So yeah, you're gonna see here that shiny gold, nickel free. But yeah, this is not gold, because if this is gold, it would be worth way more than its price tag of $70 for a gigantic necklace. It would be worth its weight in gold, at least, I would imagine. Which this is not. So yeah, so Friday put out that excellent video. If you haven't seen it, Friday International Operations. It's a 2-hour video, so it is like watching a movie. It's like watching a horrible, but at the same time hilarious police crime movie that is just odd in behavior. With Jeremy being so calm, cool. Yeah, like Jeremy freaks out at drivers for road rage, and he freaks out at Jennifer, throws cell phones at his wife. At least 3 or 4 people broke into his house, stole $40,000 worth of stuff, and he's all nice, calm, cool, collected. Being able to recall everything that he didn't have, so that way he could get it through the insurance company. I did hear that there is going to be charges for insurance fraud, so that's going to be coming up next. That's going to hit him as soon as he gets out of jail. Maybe it'll hit him while he's in jail. That way he doesn't have a chance to run as soon as he gets out. I don't know when those charges are coming, but they are coming. I believe he does have something in Lake County or something like that. I wish he had something in Polk County, because I really wish I could hear Sheriff Grady Judd talk about Jeremy Dewitte. I think that would be priceless. So too bad Jeremy didn't commit any crimes in Polk County. That would have just been interesting. But you've heard me talk now for 22 minutes, so I'm going to end this. But yeah, Jeremy does not own his bikes. He may own them now since it's 2022. The maturity was 2023. So if he hasn't paid them off now, I'm sure he had to have paid them off now. But I'm sure they're sold, so it doesn't really matter how. Well, who knows who he sold them to? He probably sold them to Jessica Bolden, or put them in his mother's name, his other stepmother's name, Dylan's name. Who knows whose name he put them in? But I know he did not get rid of everything. I'm sure he kept the ghost car and some other stuff. There's a lot of Metro State stuff still sitting around somewhere. And if I was a cop on that investigation yesterday, I definitely would have checked his office and some other stuff, because his story just wasn't making much sense. I don't know if a judge would have given an order for a search warrant for insurance fraud, or for investigation of insurance fraud, just to go to their office and see if all that stuff was sitting in his office or his mother's. It was sitting somewhere, because it wasn't stolen. We all know it wasn't stolen. He's committed insurance fraud on at least 12 occasions that I could think of individually. So yeah, I mean, it's getting deep, and everybody's like, oh, the Jeremy case is over, he's in jail. No, it's not over, because there's a whole new aspect of it, and that aspect is insurance fraud. As you're going to see here, as Fraudy uncovers and the rest of the Jeremy Dewitte community uncovers, there's going to be a lot more charges coming with insurance fraud, and insurance fraud is going to be a little bit more steep. They're going to hurt him a little bit more, and it is going to fall into the criminal charges. It's not going to be anything civil. It will be criminal just because of the amount of money that he's received from the insurance companies. I think he claimed like $40,000 on that, but got like $10,000 or $12,000 from that insurance company for that robbery. I believe, if memory recalls me right, on the documents that I've seen. But don't quote me on that. But I'm pretty sure they cut him a check for that much. We'll go through some of that as well on the next video. So I hope to talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Go buy yourself some go buy your wife, your girlfriend, some really expensive Alex and Annie jewelry, because it's top-notch jewelry. Screw Kay's or Jared, the places that sell the crappy jewelry that can be tracked. You want the Alex and Annie, so that way if it ever gets stolen, it can't really be tracked because, like I believe diamonds have engravings on them where under X amount of power you could actually see serial numbers on some diamonds I've heard, or some type of markings. So of course none of that was stolen. It was interesting. I did not get as far, so it'd be interesting. I got to finish watching Fraudy's video to see if he gave up his gamer tags. I'm sure he didn't, because they'd be able to tell him the next time that gamer tag is logged on, which was actually really smart of the cop to ask for the gamer tags as well, because he knew Jeremy was pulling some shit. So yeah, ask for everything. So see what Jeremy will give you. Anybody that really had their PlayStation or Xbox stolen would say, yeah, my gamer tag is Robo Killer 123, or I'm sure Jeremy's was Special Forces something. Who knows? But it was Special Forces something. SF something. I am sure of it. In fact, I'd probably bet my life on it. But I'm sure he probably gave the officer, I haven't watched the entire video, but I'm sure he gave the officer a wrong gamer tag or no gamer tag. Oh, I can't even remember what my gamer tag is. Everybody remembers what their gamer tag is. Come on, I like. If you look at my screen, I have Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and I have the Hunter Classic. I use the same gamer tag for both of them through Steam, PlayStation Network, Xbox. You stick with the same gamer tag. So yes, you're gonna remember that gamer tag. You made it. You created it. You see it all the time, especially if you're doing first-person shooter games. You're going to see your score come up. You're going to look for your gamer tag, your name in the games. So I'm sure he probably gave the officers one that wasn't real, or just magically couldn't recall it, raising the police officer's suspicion just even further. As he goes on and on and on. I am surprised that the cops were that empathetic to him. I mean, in the beginning, it could have looked like a real robbery until you start getting into, yes, my wife's Apple Watch is gone as she walks into the house with it on her wrist. So, like, come on, people. It's disgusting because insurance rates go up because of people like him, and I don't like my insurance rates going up on anything, on vehicles, on homeowners insurance, on anything like that. I don't like my rates going up, but they unfortunately go up because of people like Jeremy Dewitte. So with that, I'll end this video. Have a nice day, guys. It is, what is today? Today is Tuesday, May 10th. So enjoy your Tuesday, and I will talk to you guys soon.